Hello everyone, and welcome back to Project Architect. As per usual, the server is packed. We do have the second server up and running now, so we've got a few more slots, and obviously the hardware upgrade's coming soon, so hopefully maybe we can squeeze a few more players on the servers. Okay. In the last episode, we made a dark matter pickaxe. We already had the destruction catalyst, but we also made the gem of eternal density, which sort of bounces around my inventory every so often. And what it does is it allows us to go mining, and it will condense everything into the target item. So you can actually read in the tooltip there, current target is iron ingots. So that means anything with less EMC than an iron ingot will be condensed into an iron ingot. Another thing to make note of, let's see if we have some on us. We don't. I was going to go grab some glowstone, wherever that may be. Alright, so I've got some glowstone. I'm currently obviously running down into our mine. There we go, charged up our tool. Now, because I sort of realized this after recording the last episode, but because our target is currently at iron ingot, it means that when we do get this stuff, and I should probably turn it on as well. Did that stuff drop or no? No. Oh, you know what? It might have gone right in the backpack. It did. Okay. I feel like we specifically didn't want it to do this. Didn't I? Oh, my tags have been removed. Okay. That's a little bit weird, but I mean, that's fine. Forge ores, we'll add that again. And now we'll bring these back onto our own player. Yeah, that was very strange. But yeah, okay. We should be good now. So now, you know, the stuff that isn't a forge ore should be in my inventory. But I just want to do a few more. Ideally, I want to, these diamonds? Yes, I wanted to show off how diamonds work and stuff like that. So here we go. We've got all of this stuff. As you can see, certain things like lapis, even cinnabar and diamonds, they don't transmutate. Even coal isn't transmutating. That's because I think coal's not because it's a fuel that we can use for the tool. But the rest of this stuff, the reason why they're not is because their EMC level, like the cinnabar, for example, is the same as iron. And the lapis is bigger than iron and so on. If I were to change this target by holding it and pressing my keybind, which I think is 1, here we go. What we should see is now the target is gold ingots. And once it realizes, I'm not sure how long it will take to realize, but it should start condensing the stuff in my inventory into gold ingots. I don't really know why it's not currently, but maybe we'll drop things down and pick them up again. Or maybe it has and it's just a visual lag. What if we turn it off and back on again? That usually does the trick, doesn't it? No, it doesn't. It doesn't seem to care that I now want to make gold. Okay. What if I say I want to make diamond? Can we do that? Now the target is diamond. It doesn't seem to care. Oh, no, you know what? Okay, there's another reason. Give me a second. Let's take it back to being iron, which I think is that. We don't have these guys on the whitelist. Yeah. Okay. How can I show this as an example? You know what? Let me take off some of these for a second just to show how this works. But I can select, iron, cinnabar, and lapis in the whitelist. And so now these can all be used, but they're currently not. If I press 1, we should now see it turns it into gold ingots. And if I were to add gold to the whitelist now instead of lapis, I should be able to press 1 again, and it will turn it into diamonds. Or at least it'll try to. Now, if it doesn't have enough, when you eventually turn it back off, you get the gold back that wasn't transformed. So there we go. That's how that works. We back to iron now. We're back to iron. I'll fix up these filters, but we're not mining. At least not currently. I've got some different plans for this episode, but I just wanted to show off that little nifty feature. Okay, so in the last episode, I said I kind of want to make a better EMC generator, or at least more EMC generators. Now, whilst we can make more of these, and as you can see, they make a fair chunk. Like currently, we've got an Eternalist fuel currently upgrading itself into something. So like it's pretty cool. It gets the job done. In fact, I think that might be done. I think we can take this out and collect that 8,000 EMC, which, I mean, it's free, so we'll take it. And then we'll chuck in, a piece of gunpowder to claim up the rest of this EMC that's currently in there. So boom, and then it upgrades itself. There you go. But yeah, I want more generation. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Okay. so I'm sort of thinking I want to set up a farm. I think that's a simple thing we can do. It'll just cost a little bit of emeralds, a dispenser, some nether quartz, and some mason plates. And then it should be able to harvest and replant seeds or any type of crop. So I kind of want to do that. So I'm going to see if we have all the stuff for it. So it's going to be 2 emeralds, I believe. It will be mason stone, Yep, 1, 2, 3. Then I think it's a dispenser. I don't know if I added a dispenser. I didn't. So instead, we'll grab out cobble and we'll grab out some redstone. Here we go. Open this guy back up. So that's for the dispenser. Nope, you need a bow. Okay, sticks and string. We can do that. We happen to have sticks and string. That is something we can do. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Okay, so we'll craft this stuff. I believe we're able to craft just the dispenser. Oh no, I need a dropper. And then I can craft the dispenser. I guess that wasn't really that much faster, but there we go. Dispenser, nice, easy. What else do I need? 2 nether quartz. That should also be relatively easy to do. 1, 2. Here we go. And then we should have a harvester. Nope. Mason plate, not mason stone. Okay, hold on. How do you make mason plate? Oh, okay. It is going to be mason iron and mason steel. Mason iron is made with mason stone and blocks of iron. Okay. We should be able to do that. Let's search iron. Grab out a block's worth. All right, here we go. We have mason iron now. We can go ahead and learn that and bring it back. Then what is it? Mason steel. This is going to be blocks of iron and mason cobble. Okay, so one of it uses mason stone and one of it uses mason cobble. But they both use blocks of iron, which I didn't put back in. All right, and then we need the mason plate, which I think is the mason steel and then the mason iron combined, and you get the mason plate. And then we can learn it and we never have to craft it again. Pretty nice, isn't it? So here we go. We should now be able to craft the harvester. Beautiful. And once again, we can learn it so we can make more if we ever need to. And now we need to figure out what item we're going to farm. I mean, we have onion seeds and spinach seeds. I mean, you know what? They're not the worst. If I search seed, are they all sort of 16? They all sort of are like worth 16 EMC. And I'm guessing like an onion itself, if we happen to get those, don't have EMC. Okay. Does wheat have EMC? It does. Okay. We'll probably go for wheat seeds. Alright, so in that case, I am going to... Oh, there we go. I was going to say I'm going to run around and get some seeds, but we only need 1 seed because then, thanks to this transmutation table, we can go ahead and slap it in here and grab out a stack. Why not? Okay, so where do we want to be farming our crops? I kind of think... I mean, we've got some water here, so we could do it nice right up here. We could do it down there, over by the pond. I reckon we do it somewhere close to here. What I might do is... Oh, well, we've got the mine there. What are we thinking? Maybe over on this side, because we've got like a little bit of a wheat thing here. Yeah. Not the worst ideas I've ever had. Oh, you know what I just realized we should do? I was going to dig that out with my iron shovel. Why don't we just make a dark matter shovel? We should surely have enough materials for it. It should be dark matter and then diamond. It's pretty expensive. Like, it's still not cheap, but we should be able to afford it. And we have a dark matter shovel. Let's go ahead and learn it. Oh, we dropped it on the ground. Give it a few seconds to pick up, hopefully. Yep, here we go. Oh, there we go. Oh, yep. Okay, we've learnt a dark matter shovel. I'm like, how do I keep dropping it? This thing does not want to stay in my inventory. That's one thing I know for sure. So, by itself, pretty good shovel. If I were to right-click, it can till the grass. Okay. Why do I have a hunch that if I charge this up, it's going to till a lot more? I'll charge it up once and right-click. Yeah, okay, so it does do that. I obviously don't really want that to happen, so we're just going to ignore that for now. I'll keep clearing out a little bit more room here. We do have, like, the power generation here. The question is, do we want it to still be here? Yeah, I'm still going to build a farm here. I still think that's the play. So I'm going to go ahead and place the harvester sort of like this. I guess that's a nice spot for it. I'll have to make a hoe. Well, do you think it's worth making a dark matter hoe? I mean, we might as well. We can trade back in our shovel and quickly make a dark matter hoe just to give it a shot. Why not? What's the worst that could happen? I have a feeling we'll be able to till all of the ground at once. So I'm gonna actually go ahead and charge this guy up to max level. And then I'm going to right-click. Shallow dirt. Is that because it was a, tilled dirt? Sorry, a grass path instead of a farmland or just a normal grass. I think that was. Give me a second. Okay, let's try this again. So I'll stand in roughly the middle, which is pretty much here. I'm going to right-click with a fully charged one. And it does a nice what? 5x5? Nice. I realize as well that I don't actually have, any water, which, believe it or not, it's a key component in growing crops. So let's go ahead and... 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is a good center for it, I think. Water there. Let's place this. Do this. Oh no, that doesn't work. Okay. We gotta go back down into a normal hoe. Alrighty. So we have a nice tilled land here. Beautiful. It's wonderful, isn't it? Inside of this harvester is going to go... oh, okay. I had a thought that he would, what do you call it? Be picking things up, but it looks like he just harvests some plants, which means I'll also need an item collector, won't I? I think we make an item collector. Let's search it up here. Item collector. This guy, I believe, doesn't need power, but he needs a crystallized amber and all that sort of stuff, which we should have. I'm pretty sure we made it, right? We made it. Yeah, we made a crystallized amber. All right, let me grab the rest of this stuff. It's pretty simple things that we should pretty much have. Okay, I believe we have everything. No, I need a second dropper, of course. Dropper, here we go. Grab one of you. Beautiful. Open this stuff back up. And we have ourselves an item collector. Wonderful. So this guy, well, you know what? This harvester can probably go on the other side now that we realize that we don't really need it to be near, what am I trying to say? Near our house or anything. Whereas I feel like the item collector can go over here. So the item collector, we're going to have to configure this guy. We're going to open him up and make sure that he's aiming up. We can preview the render if we want, so that's where he's currently going to harvest. We don't need it to be that big. Let's go, I mean, we've got a 9x9 farm, right? So this is the range. We'll leave it like this, and then I'll tell you what I'm going to do is we'll keep an eye on it. And the reason why I'm saying this is because it's possible that like a crop will fall out of the field, and I want to make sure that that's not really a thing. So we'll keep an eye on it, make sure that this works, and if it doesn't, we'll give that a shot. So let's get rid of that render so that we can see things. Over here, obviously, we have the harvester. He's going to, well, be doing the harvesting. I want him to be aimed up. I want him to also be a 9x9, if we can figure that out. There we go. 9x9. We can preview it. Yeah, that looks perfectly fine. We'll have him be always on, because, well, we want him always on. And then we need to give him power. I guess we'll make some power cables, and we'll do those. That should be easy. We should be hopefully able to afford those. Let's search, nope, they're called energy cables, aren't they? Here we go. It's so nice them having an EMC value, just not having to craft things. Very beautiful. So what do we have? We have this stuff here. I should be able to get away with this. Now, this is messy. I do admit, our power generation, I'm probably going to dismantle this entire thing because it looks ugly. It definitely looks ugly, and I kind of want it to not look ugly. In fact, you know what? This stuff looks ugly too. If we're going to do it, let's do it right. So I'm going to go and grab a shovel, and I'm going to go under the ground and do this. Alright, here we go. Underneath, we're going to run these cables all the way along here, up there, and that should be perfect. Then, am I able to jump and place these? Nope, I'm not allowed out. Okay, let's dig our way out real quick. Jump up. And there we go. That doesn't look as bad now. I mean, it's not perfect, but at least it's better. This guy's currently not getting power. We actually need to go grab a pipe wrench to, well, give him power. I realize as well I'm going to have to start planting the seeds, which ideally I should have done earlier, but for some reason I haven't. Once again, I thought this guy would have an inventory to place the stuff, but I was very mistaken there. So let's shift right click to extract both of these. Now the harvester should have power. Yep, he's charging up. And I'm going to plant all the seeds. Okay, there we go. All of that stuff's planted. I had to grab a few more seeds out of our transmutation thingy, but this should work. This should be perfect. Now, obviously this is going to harvest it. It's obviously already harvested an energy pipe, but from there it's not going to do much. I want to put this to the test with getting some bone meal. So let's grab a stack out, and let's just go through here and, like, you know, grow up some crops, get that stuff grown. There we go. And I want to see, first of all, what it does when it harvests it, and how well it does it. Okay, so you can see things are instantly getting destroyed and picked up. The one test I want to do as well is the stuff on the side here. So mainly what I want to see is, do any of the items fall off the edge? Currently they don't, so I mean, that's good. Okay, so next up is all of our items in here. We've already got a decent amount of EMC being generated. Obviously, if this farm's running a little bit faster, it'll be a bit better. But how do we turn that into EMC? Well, obviously I can take the stuff out and I can manually place it into my transmutation table, but that's not really practical in, like, a bigger scale. So we actually need a completely different tool here. So what we want to make is an energy condenser. This is sort of like a more, I guess it's a way to automate the transmutation table, right? So what I'm going to do is try and craft this. We're going to need obsidian and diamonds, which we can easily get. Then we need an alchemical chest. This guy needs a chest, some iron, some stone of some sort, a diamond, and then high covalence dust, medium covalence dust, and low covalence dust. Now, I've got them bookmarked up here, but one of them is diamond and coal, one of them is iron and redstone, and one of them is coal and cobblestone. So I'm going to go ahead and grab all of that stuff out, and we should be good to go. All right, so I believe it was what? Diamond and coal, that gives high covalence. Then it was iron and redstone. This gives us medium. And then it is charcoal and filled with cobble. And there we go. Low covalence. Beautiful. Then we're going to need a chest. And I think we have all the other stuff on us, don't we? We might need to grab out some obsidian. So let's grab just, I don't know, 8 of that just to be sure. And then 4 diamonds. Maybe we'll go 5. 5 for good luck. Because I think we need 5. Okay, so, what do we need? Stone. We're so close. I thought it was cobble that I needed. Stone. 1, 2, 2? I think it's 2. Hopefully it's 2. Okay, beautiful. Alchemical chest. Now, this guy is actually extremely cool by himself. We can place him down. He looks all fancy-like. But if we right-click him, that's a pretty big storage. That is very big storage. So, as you can see, pretty cool tool. I'm actually going to put this stuff away again. And I might see, do we have enough stuff to make a... We do. I'm going to quickly make an axe. Just so that, you know, we have it made. But also so that I can pick this guy back up. Oh, no, he uses a pickaxe anyway. Well, that was silly. But anyhow, we have a pickaxe. An axe, sorry. Should I put this to the test? Let's see. If I right-click the log, what happens? If I chop the log, it just chops it normally. What if I charge it up? Will you, like, chop the entire thing faster? Not really. Doesn't do anything too crazy. Okay. Can I plant another one of you down? Yes. Beautiful. Alright, so we have the alchemical chest. We'll go ahead and learn him. Then let's go ahead and upgrade him into an energy condenser. Beautiful. So, where do I want to place this guy? Honestly, I kind of want to place him over here. So, I'm going to slap down the energy condenser there. We're going to run outside. And where do we want to pipe into it? Do we want to go underneath? I mean, we can. You know what? There's probably no harm in doing that. So let's go ahead and dig this up. We'll press F3 and A to reload our textures. So we've got a hole now. We're going to need our shovel back. So let's go ahead and grab this guy. Drop down here. And we'll just dig like a path like this over to the doohickey. This guy here. In fact, we'll make it... Should we make it a little bit more cleaner, maybe? Like have it go over here. This pond, by the way, we're probably going to have to do some remodeling because it's like right next to the house and it's a bit messy to get to. Okay. Before we get too carried away, do we have item pipes? We don't. Okay. I would like to make an item pipe. Item pipe. This guy's going to cost us iron, droppers, and redstone. Pretty simple. We just need to grab some droppers. Alrighty. Item pipe. Beautiful. So, what I'm going to do is have this guy come out from underneath the item collector. He's going to come all the way over here. It doesn't have to be straight lines, but just to make things look a little nicer. And then he's going to go right there. We're going to have this guy extracting from the bottom. And then that should be good. We should be able to get away with filling this stuff back up. Alright, so the final step is to place down our energy condenser. Right there. And there we go. He's already got some weed in him. And he'll fill up. Obviously, it's doing about like 4 at a time. I think the guy actually tells you. What does it say? It says transferring 4 items every 20 ticks. So 20 ticks is about a second. So there we go. That's good. This guy's going to be able to keep up with the farm at least. We might have to see if we put some speed upgrades. I'm not sure what speed upgrades we have for the farm, but we'll have to check. But yeah, currently there's wheat seeds in here. Now, what can we do with it? Well, a quick example is I can place an iron ingot in this slot in the top left, and that is now the target. That means that every single item that goes in here will be put towards making an iron ingot. And obviously that means we can grab out like a stack of iron and chuck it in there manually, and that's pretty good. So yeah, I mean, that's the main thing, right? Like, we can even manually chuck stuff in. Like, if we wanted to put our cobble in there, or we went mining and didn't have a gem of eternal density, we could just dump everything in here, and it would stack up to diamonds, or you know, to iron in this case. So yeah, nice little farm. Let me figure out what the rest of my plans are here. Okay. So I've done some thinking now. I mean, the farm's nice to have. You know, we've got it. It'll do its thing. There's nothing wrong about that. But I think something we should do before we get possibly too carried away with setting up even more generators, which I still want to do. I want to mess around with our energy collectors more. I want to even possibly add some sprinklers to this guy to see if we can get him a bit faster. We could also use create to harvest them, and then that way it would just pick up the items directly. I wouldn't have to worry about an item collector or anything like that. And obviously there's the prospect of, you know, tree farms and stuff. There's a lot of beetles. My, oh my. But yeah, like there's more stuff I want to do there. But I think before that, we should set up a refined storage system. Okay, we're back. Listen, that was a mess, but we're back. Okay, so I want to set up a refined storage system. I don't know where I left you guys, but that's where it was leading up to, whether or not I mentioned that yet. So we need all of this stuff on the left here. I've gone ahead and bookmarked it all. Some of it's going to be easy to get. Some of it's not going to be easy to get. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm going to grab a bunch of stuff that I know we'll need. So like iron, diamonds, bit of gold. We'll actually probably need a bit more iron, as well. So let's actually chuck a stack in and grab a new stack out. That should be good. I know we're going to need slime. So let's go ahead and grab that out. Yep, we'll grab a few. I know that we might need a few. And then we'll also need some quartz. We'll need a few of these as well. And yeah, so how do we get started now? Well, for starters, we will need quartz enriched iron. So let's go ahead and make that. It's going to be 3 iron and nether quartz, and it has an EMC value, so hey, we're not going to have to make any more of that, which is beautiful. In fact, while we're at it, let's grab a stack out. Why not? Get it done. Get it built. The next thing we're probably going to need are processor bindings. Oh, we need string. That's what we need. So I'll grab some string out. Here we go. Make some of this stuff. So it's the 2 string and the slime ball. If it wants to work, I'm losing my mind. 2 string and slime ball gives processor binding. Let's go ahead and learn this one as well. There we go. And so that's sort of like the core ingredients. There is one more, and that is actually smelted nether quartz. I'm going to chuck this in. I know we're wasting coal, but in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter too much. So we'll get this made. This will be silicon. And then we have pretty much all the ingredients we need. So the silicon, the quartz enriched iron, and the processor binding, that's all we really need in order to make the rest of this stuff. The rest is going to use, like, you know, iron and stuff. We don't have to craft any... Well, I mean, we do have to craft stuff, but I don't really know where I'm going with this. I'll be honest. Anyhow, now we have silicon. That's where that was leading to. So here we go. We have some silicon. So what is next? Well, the first thing we need to build is a controller. The controller is going to need silicon, quartz enriched iron, a machine casing, and an advanced processor. The advanced processor is going to be a smelted raw advanced processor, which is going to be processor binding, silicon, redstone dust, and a diamond. Now, whilst I could learn this EMC, like learn its properties, I can also learn the thing it smelts, which seems like the smarter thing to do instead of wasting my time, what do you call it? Smelting it every time. The next thing we'll need, I'll craft a bunch of these so we can have them all smelting in a row. But that was the gold one, so you just switch out the diamond for the gold. And then we also need a basic one, which uses the iron instead. So let's go ahead and chuck that guy in there too. Hopefully they can all smelt in a row. That should be good. Then we'll have pretty much all of them. Some of these guys use the basic ones with extras, so like glowstone and quartz, which reminds me, we probably want to get a bit of glowstone. But that should be pretty much it. The machine casing is going to be stone and quartz enriched stuff. So we'll go ahead and grab out some stone if we can find out where it lives. There we go. Stone, machine casing, and I'll tell you what, why don't we go ahead and learn that? And let's grab a few because I imagine we'll need a few. So there we go. How are these going? Advanced processor. Let's chuck this guy in here just to get him learnt. You know what? We will grab a few just to, you know, make sure that we've got them ready. Worst case, we chuck them back in the system. So here we go. A controller. A refined storage controller. Now, where do we want to put it? I probably want it... I don't know if I want it in the house. But we need it somewhere. We do need it somewhere. I like this window. I don't want to get rid of it, but I feel like that's prime real estate, isn't it? We could have it in the ground. We could have it above the ground like that. And then what I could do is I could probably dig under here. Let's also grab a shovel real quick. And let's go ahead and dig over to where our power's at. Okay, so here's where our power cable is. Let's go ahead and bring this guy all the way down here. Oh, there we go. Bring him down here. Here we go. And here, across here, and up into the house. Okay, so now I can place the controller, and as you can see, he'll charge up. Currently, he's flashing red because he's running low on power, but once he's ready, he's ready. I didn't learn that the controller's EMC, like I didn't learn it in our transmutation table, but it should be fine. You only really ever need one. Sometimes you might be able to get away with getting a few more, but you usually don't need more than one. So one controller should be fine. Let's run back in here. The rest of these processes should hopefully be done. I see the smeltery finished, so here we go. Let's go ahead and learn both of them. And let's go ahead and grab a bunch of them. Why not? Once again, better to have more than to have less. Or something. I don't know. There's something to be said there. So here we go. So what is next? Well, by itself, this is useless. It's just a controller. It doesn't really do much. There's actually some things I forgot to grab. Well, yeah, I should probably get them. Let's go disk drive, and then storage. What are they called? I don't know what they're called. Storage. Where is it? This stuff here. We're going to need a, 1K storage disk at least. So I'll bookmark that guy. Okay. I've made a bit of a mess, but hopefully you guys get the idea. So the next thing we need is a way to store things, right? So what I'm going to go ahead and do is try to make a disk drive. This is going to need a chest, and then it looks like we already have the rest of the stuff. So the EMC, the whole transmutation thing makes crafting things so much easier. Because look, I can just craft it. We don't have to wait for other stuff to smelt. So the disk drive can go ahead and be... it can sit there. That's fine. And what we do is we need to put in little hard drives into this guy to store all of our items. So in order to do that, we're going to get a 1K storage disk. This guy will need some glass, and then he'll need a 1K storage part, which will also need some glass. So guess what? We need some glass. We want to grab just normal glass. So there we go. We'll craft the 1K storage part like so. And then we'll go ahead and craft the storage disk like so. And then we can go ahead and chuck this guy in here. So this guy can store 1,000 items or blocks. You can store 1,000 of them. And there it is. We have a little green dongle, and you can see it's sticking out a little bit. It's pretty cool. Now it can store stuff, but I currently have no way to store stuff. You know what I mean? Like I have no way to interact with it. It's just sitting here, a storage disk. So we need a grid. We need like a monitor for it. So in order to craft a grid, it looks like we'll need to craft a few things. One of them is this, which is a construction core. The other one is this, which is a... Oh, no, I thought it was this. What is it instead? Nether quartz makes... Oh, nether quartz. Okay. How did I make this first one? Glowstone. Okay, so glowstone and then nether quartz makes the construction and the destruction core. So I'll go ahead and learn both of those. How many do I need for the grid? Just what we've got, so that should be fine. So let's go ahead and craft the grid. Here we go. And so what the grid lets us do, if I were to slap it next to it, is it should light up, and this lets us store stuff. So if I wanted to store dirt, I can just put dirt in, and there it is. Pretty nice. But that's all it does. And we can actually push this guy a bit further and make him be a little bit better for us. So what I'm going to do is actually grab out a crafting table, open up our other crafting table, and I'm going to turn it into a crafting grid by adding an advanced processor and an oak crafting table to it. And then what this lets us do is we can now craft within this inventory storage. You know, oh wow, we made a dirt thing. The other cool thing is if we store all of our stuff in here, when we go to craft something like this, we'll be able to paste in all of the items without needing them in my inventory. So that's pretty cool. But once again, we can push it a step further. So if I go ahead and pick this guy back up, we can open this up and we can make a wireless crafting grid. We're going to need an ender pearl, but this should allow us to interact wirelessly with our system, which I don't know about you, but that sounds pretty cool. So we'll wait for this guy to kick into gear, and then we should be good to get a wireless crafting grid. There we go. So this guy needs power, so I am going to have to go and figure out where I can charge him. I think I can charge him within this guy, our thermo generator, which we're going to have to figure out our power solution later. But as you can see, this works. He's getting charged up. He's happy. He's got plenty. We'll wait until he charges up fully. So there we go. He's fully charged. There we go. And so what we can do is we can run back in the base, and we can right-click on our controller to link him, or maybe shift right-click. Yep, there we go. And now if I right-click, nothing happens. Nothing happens because we haven't given our system the ability to transmit the wireless data. We can receive it with our crafting grid, but it's currently not transmitting it. So we need to create, and I don't think I have it bookmarked, but it is, we can probably just search wireless, right? And it is a wireless transmitter from Refined Storage. So there it is. We're going to need another ender pill. That should be pretty simple to grab. Ender pill, open this guy back up, and we should be able to create a wireless transmitter. Beautiful. And so this guy just needs to be slapped on, I think at the top should work. It lights up, and now if I right-click my crafting grid, we have access. How beautiful is that? Now, I believe if I go into my controls and search crafting, and we click category, or maybe not, I guess it's here, we can set a keybind for it. So, open wireless crafting grid. What do I want to do? I probably want to have mine as R. That's what I normally have it as. So I can now press R. I can actually chuck this in a ballable slot, so I can put it in there. And when I press R, I can open up my grid. How beautiful is that? And so it does get a little bit tricky now, because it's like, what do I want to actually store in my grid? And what do I want to store as EMC? Well, I believe there is another step here that is part of Project Architect Editions. And it is called the EMC interface. I believe this is it. Now, as you can see by the EMC, we cannot make this guy. We cannot do that. That is 10 million EMC. Yeah, so we can't make it. That's pretty much it. But as you can see by the ingredients here, this is to allow your system to gain access to all the items you have learnt. It basically, it incorporates the transmutation table into the system, as far as I'm aware. So, hey, at least we have something to aim towards now. We need 10 million EMC. Now, I could get that from mining, but I'll be honest, that sounds pretty boring. I feel like you guys can probably agree with me on that one. That sounds like just a complete and utter mess. Let's go ahead and store all of our stuff away. That is never going to not be beautiful. So what do we want to do? Well, we've got our system now. I can store what I want in there. But the question is, honestly, the stuff I want is pretty much, I want access to the EMC. So, yeah, we've gone full circle now. What? Gift. A wailing bell blossom. I've right-clicked it. Do I jump on it? Huh. Okay. Thank you for the gift. Once again, I can only assume somehow it's the tree people, but I guess that's fine. You guys might not have seen the tree people if you're new to the series, but oh, I just realized I've put my base right next to trees. The last time I built next to a forest, we had tree people who would live in the trees. They would troll me, and yeah, to be honest, that was pretty much it. but yeah, that was a thing. If you look back in the earlier ATM6 series, that's where that stuff happened. Well, is there anything else we want to do in this episode? Maybe. Let's see. Have we gotten anything else of this, or is nothing grown? We got an extra iron ingot. I guess that's cool. Give me a second. Let me try and think of something. Okay, here we are. So I'm at the place. Clearly, I don't have my stuff because, well, I died. So that's great. I wanted to stop at the water because, as you can see, I mean, there's a whale there. We saw an orca under the water. A killer whale. There it is. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know if I can cross it in the water, but we got a grave key, which I imagine lets us get our grave back. Yep, sure enough, that worked. Beautiful. The next thing is we got a reward from dying, I guess. Right click to reveal the content. We got grave dust and another reward, and that gave us an enchantment book. Preserves the item on death in a tombstone or something. But yeah, I actually burnt to death, which I think was because of, are there two whales here or just one? There's two. Listen, I'm having like technical difficulty galore. So I just want to get to that swamp over there. As you can see, I'm just like freezing and everything. I'll get to the swamp. I'll report back with the lily pad. All right, ladies and gentlemen, a lily pad. This is all I came for. Okay, it actually dropped. I was going to say, I think we do have shears just in case, but there we go. We have a lily pad. Let's go home. I think I can slash home because we're on the server. Okay, well, home sweet home, I guess we'll call it. What was I trying to build? I was trying to build farmland that was like saturated, right? Rich soil keeps nearby farmland damp without any water. So this is going to be dirt, biomass, and lily pads. So we'll need some more lily pads. In fact, we'll probably, it has an EMC value, so we'll make one and then we'll, make more. So dirt we'll need, and then biomass, if I'm allowed to search for it. Sometimes it doesn't let you search, not sure why, but anyhow, here we go. Rich soil. So I think I'm replacing all of our farmland with the rich soil, I think. And then we can put the rest of this stuff away. So the question is, how does this work? You know what? I should probably bring a hoe with me to see if we can still hoe this. Let's go hoe. We'll put the axe away and then we'll use a dark matter hoe because we don't have anything else. So for an example, if I were to break this, we can see the Terra Preta is below it. If I place rich soil, and then we have the seed, I can't place seeds on it, but can I hoe it? Oh, believe it or not, you can't. Okay. So what we actually have to do here is we have to have the rich soil next to our other soil. So like underneath these walls here, which we can do. That's, that's within our realm of things that we can do. So let's grab dirt. Here we go. Rich soil. How much rich soil do we want? We'll grab a stack. Just, we'll grab a safety stack. That's what we'll call it. We'll chuck that in there, and I'm going to grab out a shovel because I imagine we're going to be using a lot of this. All right, I think the first question on everyone's, list is how far does this affect? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break these two bits here and place some rich soil. And then what if we were to say, place the sprinkler down? Where do the crops start losing their water? Okay, so we've lost water here. By the way, the frame rate stuff, I'm going to spend some time trying to figure out what exactly is going on because we can't be lagging like this all the time. Like, this is ridiculous. But anyhow, we can push through it for this episode at least, I think. So, is this now applying the wet soil to the surrounding soil? What's the range on this? Does it say? Nearby farmland treats this just like water and will become and stay damp. Doesn't really look like it. The stuff over here, I think what could help is just over here. Because I imagine it's doing it in the same range, like that, what do you call it? The, is this even? I can't tell. I don't think it is even. We'll do 2 here. I think it's doing 4 blocks around it. So I reckon if we chuck this on either side, we should be good. Once again, hopefully. And then the sprinkler can stay there. And the sprinkler can, get some water. We'll figure that out. But I just want to make sure that our crops don't all die. How are we looking? This stuff should hopefully spread. This stuff should hopefully spread. I guess we'll see. In terms of the sprinkler itself, how are we going to get water to it? Well, I reckon we go underneath. So let's try and do that. Oh my god. Let me try and get out of here. I want to wrap this episode up quick because it's gone downhill very fast. But I'm just going to dig over to the center. I might have to turn into a bat for this so that I can actually get up there. Alright, so what we should be able to do is swim under here. I'm a bat again, hence the incredibly slow speeds we're traveling at. But I should be able to hop underneath this sprinkler. I should be able to place the fluid pipe. I don't know why it's dancing around, but it is. We'll place another fluid pipe there. I'm not sure if it even connected. Oh no, it does look like it connected. Then we're obviously going to place these fluid pipes. I'm trying to get out of this flowing water as fast as I can, but it is really not wanting to let me. But here we go. This will go here. And realistically, I think all I would have to do is get my wrench and have this guy extract. And then I think that's good. Because that's an infinite water source, so that should be fine. Let's see if we can fly out of that mess. Run back over here, turn back into a human. See if that's something we can do. Okay, and so, as you can see, the farmland has, it's watered up for the most part. There's a few blocks that I think we're just waiting on. We have the sprinkler here. I think it's doing its thing. You can see water effects dropping every so often. So I think it's going block by block, applying this growth buff. And yeah, I think we're good. I think we can leave that. Now, the final question. How much iron do we have in here? And the answer is, drum roll please. Hey, a stack in a bit. That's pretty good. Especially compared to currently our collector we have over there. Which it might have made, maybe it made 10,000 today. Oh, you know what? Yeah, it does have another 10,000 that I should probably get out, but I think this is faster, the thing we just set up. So let's just get another piece of, I don't know, charcoal or something to put in there. All right, there is actually one more thing we have to do here, and that is with an item trash can, okay? So at the moment, here's what's happening. Obviously, we have a sprinkler there, and this whole farm, and it's farming. That harvester there is dropping items on the ground. That's what it does. That's what it's designed to do. It harvests them and drops them on the ground. This guy then picks them up and puts them into our energy condenser. Are you seriously attacking me? You're a beetle. What? Okay, give me a second. We need to deal with this guy real quick. 1, 2, and a diamond, please. We're just gonna make a dark matter sword. We're just gonna. I'm not in the mood for beetle man to even try. Let's go ahead and bump this guy up, fully charged. Hey beetle, bam. Surely. Nope, it didn't one tap. How much damage does it do? 15. If I right click, it doesn't do anything. Is he dead? There we go. Okay. Okay. What was I saying? So yeah, the item collector, he puts his stuff into the condenser, and that's fine. Now the thing is, because once again we're playing on a server, sometimes this guy can fill up. Believe it or not, he can. Okay? Once he is full, this guy will start to fill up. Once he's full, the items will drop on the ground, and that's a problem. So we need to use a trash can. Now, how do we add a trash can to this system? Well, there's a few ways to do it. I think what I will do is go ahead and grab a pipe upgrade. So I want to get this improved pipe upgrade. So we're going to need pretty much iron, redstone, and gold. We've got iron on us, so I'll grab this out and I'll grab some gold. And we'll go ahead and craft these. We're going to need some nuggets of both this and... Oh no, I think just iron nuggets is what we need, right? Are we allowed to craft that? We already did. Okay, beautiful. So I want to make a basic pipe upgrade, and then I actually want to make the improved pipe upgrade. So the one out of gold. What this allows us to do is run back over here to where we have our stuff set up. I'm going to have to dig into the ground a bit. Of course, I don't have a shovel. And we can open up this item pipe. So I can, if I can figure out how to, open this up, and we can place in our upgrade in this slot right here. Then we gain access to this right here, the distribution. At the moment, it is putting all of its items into the closest inventory, which is the condenser over there. If we open this up again, we can change this to be furthest first. What that means is it'll do the furthest chest, which is still the condenser over there. But what it means now is if I were to, say, place a trash can down here, this is now the closest inventory, not the furthest, which we have this guy set to, which means it will only put things in the trash can once the furthest one is full, being the condenser. So what this lets us do is, in case of an emergency, all the extra stuff will be voided instead of dropping on the ground, because dropping on the ground is bad time. Bad things happen if it drops on the ground. So yeah, be aware that's a quick and simple setup you can do to make sure that, you know, we don't break your base when you have like a lag farm setup. But okay, I'm happy. I feel confident that I can wrap this one up. It started off pretty strong, but then it took a turn. I will say that. It did take a turn. Hopefully not in the video, but behind the camera, it took a turn. I'll tell you that much, in terms of just technical difficulties. But yeah, thank you again so much for the support on this series. Hopefully not only can I improve like the performance, but hopefully we can have some more fun. Our goal now is honestly to try and get that that EMC link. This guy right here, EMC interface. 10 million EMC we're gonna need. So there's a few different ways that we can go about getting this, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Yeah, the Energy Condenser Mark II. That's where all the EMC comes from. Jeez. Okay. So yeah. Okay. In terms of the next episode, not really sure what we'll do. We might mess around with these guys a bit more because they can be upgraded and they can be rearranged to be a little bit more powerful, and I'll be honest, a lot more powerful. So we'll look into that. We've obviously got a wheat farm. We could also look into setting up tree farms or stuff. I'm pretty happy though with the fact that we built this. Possibly a bit too close to the house, but I quite like it. I think it's nice. Hopefully you guys think it's nice too. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you to everyone who's liked and subscribed. You've helped boost this series and my channel, so I'm extremely grateful for that. Thank you to everyone who's supported me financially, whether you're watching the ads on the videos, donating, or becoming a channel member. That stuff obviously helps out big time, and we're still waiting on the performance upgrades to come in. I think probably a few days, hopefully just a few days for our server host to switch us over. But yeah, I'm happy. Okay, nice. Another video. We've got it done. Phew. Okay. Is there anything else I'm meant to say? Probably not. But yeah. Soon, we'll be checking out some server bases. So each of these spots on the map, we're going to be going to. And if it's a cool looking base, or even if it's not a crazy looking base, but it's just a base, I'm going to be checking it out. As you can see by all the dots, like currently my map's frozen. That's how laggy this can get. All of these dots already, people's claims where they've tried to build a base or have built a base. So we'll hopefully check out what people have set up soon. So yeah, if you have a cool base, obviously let me know the coordinates and I'll prioritize checking that one out. But yeah, hopefully I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you again. Thank you everyone so much. And goodbye.